Good morning. I thought I would do a little bit of a day in the life video so you can see what my life is like as a full-time artist. Keep it a little bit more upbeat and a little bit happier than some of my more recent videos. So first thing I do when I get up in the morning, if you didn't already know, is me and Amber have just got a brand new puppy. So the first thing that we do is go down and make sure she's okay, get up and take her for a walk. This is Bella. Hey Bella. Hello, sweetheart. Hi. Hi. She's a little bit wriggly at the moment. And we're gonna go take her out for a walk. Come on. I have fully embraced dog dad life with my little bum bag, with treats and poo bags and all sorts of doggy things. So don't judge me. Bella, with me? Good girl. Good girl. We are back from the walk. Bella's been fed and is happy downstairs, tucked away in her bed. And I think I'm going to start working on a piece that I've been planning for a very, very long time. I'm not actually starting the main painting yet. I'm going to do a quick charcoal mock-up of it to just try and study the values and see if it's actually going to work as it is on the big canvas. As you can probably see, it's quite messy in here. That's just because I've got a lot of work going on at the moment. There's a lot of paintings that have sort of finished and are drying, and I need to use some charcoal, which I cannot do in here, and I can't do in my garage where I've set up my wall easel either, because that's got paintings on it as well. So I'm gonna have to take this outside and do some drawing in my garden instead, which should hopefully be okay because it is quite a nice day. It's a little bit overcast, but I'm hoping it clears up. And if I'm being honest, the clouds are probably a good thing because I don't want to get sunburnt. So that's what I'm going to go and do now. I'm working on some hot pressed watercolour paper, and before I take it outside, I'm just toning the paper with some charcoal powder, just trying to get a nice mid-value. I don't need it perfectly smooth, I'm just trying to put a little bit of charcoal on that paper so I've got something to work with. I can go darker with it, and I can go lighter with it as well. I have set everything up, but I'm just going to change out of this white t-shirt because I don't want charcoal dust going all over it. So I'm going to go get changed, and then I'm going to get started on the picture. Quick puppy break before I get started. Oh, hey, sweetheart. I've also got some gloves that I'm going to use when I'm handling the charcoal. You don't have to use them, but I've got a few cuts on my fingers, so I don't want a lot of charcoal dust going in there. Do I? No, I don't. So you're such a good girl. And then I'm not really focusing too much on the background of this piece. I don't want it to be, it doesn't need to be absolutely like fantastic. This is just another study for a bigger painting that I am working on. I'm mainly focusing on the deers themselves. I want to try and get an idea of which way the fur direction is going and an idea of the values as well. So how dark and how light I want the painting to be when I actually get around to doing that. And the easiest way for me to do that and think about that is with charcoal, because it's black and white. I'm not thinking about colour, so it's not overcomplicating things, and hopefully it's going to make everything really, really simple and straightforward. But we'll see. I've already got my outline sketched out, and I've also toned the paper a little bit with some charcoal powder, because then it gives me a little bit of leeway with whether I want to go lighter or darker with the colours that I'm using. Probably not going to be able to get back to pure white, but that's okay, I don't mind. I'm not looking at pure white contrasts for this piece. I want to try and get sort of nice, soft transitions between the values. I don't need super sharp contrasting details for this one. I want a nice flowing piece. As I said, I'm not overly bothered about details. It's all about values and getting those values correct. I'm focusing most of my attention on the two deer. The deer on the right, the female deer, I have a much more detailed reference for, whereas the deer on the left, it's a lot blurrier, it's not quite as sharp, and the shadows aren't quite where I want them to be. So the reason I'm starting with the first deer on the right is because I can use the reference and see what I want that to look like, and then going to base what I do on that deer to work on the stack and try and match the two as best as I possibly can. I'm trying to get all of this guesswork out of the way and this experimentation out of the way now, so that when it comes to doing the finished painting, I don't have any of this questioning, any of this trial and error to do. I've already done it in this black and white version, I've already done it in my colour studies, so I can just paint and hopefully create the best painting that I've ever made. And while I've been busy painting away, this little one has been rummaging around in the depths of our garden.
Stacia, eh? Look at this, Stacia. What are you covered in? Let's go brush it down.
So you've seen where I'm up to so far with it. I've just brought it inside so that it doesn't get wet, because it looks like it might rain. But fingers crossed it won't, because I've still got a long way to go and I need to be outside to do it. But I brought it back inside because it's lunchtime and I need something to eat, Amber needs something to eat, and Bella needs something to eat. Look at that little waggly tail. Look at that waggly tail. Oh, it is lunchtime, isn't it? Come on. Okay. We've just had lunch. I didn't think you'd want to see me eating, so I skipped that bit, and now, as it's quite sunny, we're going to go and take little Bella out for a walk. Isn't that right? We're going for walkies. We're going for walkies. Yes, we are. And then I'll get back to drawing.
Ella. Good girl. Good girl. Okay.
I actually can't believe how good she's been. We've only had her 7 weeks and it already feels like I've had her my entire life. She's just been absolutely fantastic and she's just got such a lovely nature. Like, you wouldn't believe that she's like a 4.5-month-old puppy the way she behaves. She's been brilliant. Anyway, after the walk, it's pretty much just back to the drawing for the rest of the afternoon. Sometimes I'll spend days on a painting, sometimes weeks. This one is only really about 3 or 4 hours because I don't need it to be a massively detailed, overworked piece. It's just a more detailed study for the bigger painting that I'm going to do in a few days. And I'm done. I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. Obviously it is just a preliminary sketch for the painting that I'm going to do, but overall I am really happy with how it's turned out. There's still a little bit of tweaking that I need to do before I'm going to be 100% ready for the big painting, but I'm so close. Before I can actually start on the big painting though, I am going to have to clean up my absolute tip of a studio. There's just paintings everywhere, there's paint everywhere, like stuff all over the floor, paper everywhere. And I think in order to create, hopefully, one of the best paintings that I've ever created, I need this space to be clean, tidy, and organised so that the only thing I'm really thinking about isn't this clutter, it's the painting itself. This is my absolute least favourite job in the whole entire world, and I wish it was all as quick as it looks on this video. But usually I finish work sort of 3:30ish, and with my remaining afternoon and sometimes into the evening, I will do things like this. I'll tidy up, set up for the next day, or sometimes I'll spend a few hours editing, which is actually what I did after I tidied this room up. I just set up and then I spent the rest of the day till about 8-9 o'clock at night editing this video. It's not easy being an artist. There's a lot of long hours and it can be quite difficult, not in terms of manual labour or like time constraints, but there can be lots of ups and downs, and you've just got to remind yourself to stay positive and keep at it and just sort of motivate yourself to put the work in. But I am so unbelievably glad and grateful that I'm able to do this as my full-time job. My studio's clean, I've got clean palettes over there, everything's set up, canvas is fresh, ready on the easel, ready to go, but you're going to have to wait until the next video to see what I paint on this. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.